This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome, everyone, and welcome to another episode of INCRadio San Francisco. As you can see, we have a live audience here in the local congregation of Antioch because... Well, yes, absolutely. Antioch, can we make some noise? Yes. You know, it is a very, very special day. Oh, yeah, keep going. You know, it is a very, very special day because it is the local congregation of Antioch's anniversary, 32nd anniversary. Am I right? Actually, PJ, I'm just gonna introduce you right now.
Vince.
32.
Brother James. Yes, it's the 32nd anniversary of our local congregation.
That's right. You know, we're really excited, and you know, we're here with some friends here. Let's just actually introduce ourselves from all the way to the far left. He actually introduced himself already, but let's give him a round of applause to our panelists here in Antioch.
I am Brother Vince Peña Serrata, and I am one of the head deacons. I'm head deacon number 4.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Vince. Yes, well, and to the brother on my right, welcome. Please
Hello.
introduce yourself.
Hello, Paul. I'm Brother Nathan Pascual. I'm from the local of Antioch, but yeah.
Yes. Welcome.
Then my name is Brother Lorenzo Peña Serrata. I'm from the local congregation of Antioch in the Church of Christ.
All right, and you know us. We have our two hosts here. My name is Brother James Santos, and I'm one of your hosts. And to our sister over here in the far left.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Irish. Very excited to be here again in the locale of where? Antioch. Woo. So
That's right.
Tonight, Brother James, it's all about the city, the locale, the brethren, the highlights of Antioch. We're so happy to be here.
Exactly. We'll be highlighting the local congregation of Antioch and also the city and what else is here in Antioch, right?
Yes.
So actually, we're going to pose a question to the chat and also to our panelists. And what is the city of Antioch like? Like, what are the fun activities do you like to participate in your daily activities, right?
Yes. Who would like to go first? Anyone? Any takers, Paul? Really give us a tour of the city through your eyes. Especially if you've lived here for a long time. Why not?
Gosh,
Paul?
okay.
Yes, Paul.
I'll get started. Our family moved here in 2002 from San Francisco. We moved into Antioch. This is where we bought our first home. The city itself is pretty unique in that it's set in the Delta. So the Delta being, the waterways that go into the Sacramento River, and that river spills out into the San Francisco Bay. So from a landscape standpoint, there's a lot of areas where it's close to the water. So there's water activities in Antioch, believe it or not. You can have boating experiences here. And over inland, over the hills, we have the Black Diamond regional mines, of which most people will go either hike and mountain bike, and do all sorts of outdoor activims. As a city itself, the city is actually a little bit over 110 years, and
Wow.
The original families that established the city, they're still here.
Wow.
You could see their names in the streets of the city, especially in the old Antioch, which they called Rivertown.
Rivertown.
So that's a little bit of history of the city and us after living here since 2002.
Wow.
I bet. Did you know this, brothers?
I did not know that at all.
Well, now you know. Wow.
Wow. Rivertown. Shout out to Rivertown. Wow, that's fantastic. And you know, speaking of the activities, you said you mentioned you know, you got the water activities, you have hiking. What are your guys' favorite activities to do in your free time here in Antioch?
In my free time, personally, sometimes I like to just go around the place and like go a little shopping. I end up like with barely anything, but I just walk around. I just walk around the stores. I say, "Oh, this is cool," and I just put it back. Usually, it's also Legos too. Like I always stare at the Lego section.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored, but I always just stare at it and then I just put it back because it's like, man, I already have enough. But
Okay.
yeah.
So you have a
all right,
okay,
humble
really
king.
cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, you have a Lego collection. That's what's up. Yeah. How about Brother Lorenzo? How about you?
Different activities I like to do at Antioch. Well, something I like about Antioch is I don't think that Antioch's ever lacking in anything.
Okay.
So if you want to go to this kind of restaurant, like a Mexican restaurant, there's a Mexican spot.
Right.
You want to go to a Filipino restaurant, there's actually Filipino spot around here.
Ooh.
You want a burger joint, you go get a burger, right? I know I'm just talking about food, but
Hey,
I
it's
really
okay.
love food.
If that's
you know?
if that's what's in their heart, absolutely, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, and then, you know, if you want to go on a walk, you could go on a nice walk. There's nice scenery. Like my dad said. Yeah, that's my dad. You know, you get to go on
Yes,
hikes
son.
if you want to. Hi, Dad. And then if you want to ride your bike, you know, I think literally anything you could think of is here in Antioch.
Absolutely.
Love
You know what?
that.
Actually, I want to pose that question to our audience, our live audience. What is your guys' favorite activities to do here in the city of Antioch?
Yes. Before we
guys can
dive
get-
into the live chat, they're actually giving a lot of recommendations, but they're here in the live audience with us, so let's hear it from them live.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let us know. You guys can yell it out and let us know what your guys' favorite activity is.
Oh, someone said hiking.
Hiking. Where do you work?
Hiking. Skate. Swimming? Was that swimming?
Where do you like to? Let me get to that brother in the back. Let's see. Hiking, and let me hear swimming right after. All right. Where do you like to? Where do you like to go hiking, Paul?
Oh. Round Valley.
In
Okay.
Brentwood.
Wow, in Brentwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
I like that the locals really know where to go. I can
They
see
got
that.
they got the names
Yeah,
down.
they got the
100%.
names down. They got the eats. I see sister Isabel and brother Zach saying Antioch has everything all in one long street and has
Okay.
a lot of good eats and a lot of great views. Love that.
Okay.
Wow, we really need to come down here more often
Absolutely.
in the daytime.
You should. There's a lot to explore.
Wow.
One of the things we do want to mention, though, because Brother Efren already said it, Antioch is also attached to Oakley
Okay.
and Brentwood and
Okay.
Pittsburgh. So
Wow.
there's there's even more things to do because
Yes.
there's 4 cities right there that you can
Wow.
explore and engage in different activities.
I love that.
Yes.
It's like four little different. I would call it towns. Would you call that towns? Yeah.
Yes.
4 little sections to make up one whole great area. Very great area.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we do have a few shout outs to in our live chat. We have a few coming from
Sister Leia Manaut from she shared Central Loma Park. Contra
Contra
Loma.
Loma.
Thank you,
Okay.
Contra Loma Park. Thank you. Po. Wow. Oh, and then we have another comment that just came in, Brother James, if you don't mind me reading.
Go ahead. It's from Daryl San Pedro, and I believe he's from all the way from Oakland. Favorite activity was when we had the A to Humanity in Antioch. Absolutely,
Wow.
that's a great activity that we had. We have from Sister Izzy and Brother Zach. Happy 32nd anniversary. From Brother Andre, happy 32nd anniversary as well. And from Brother Ben Castillo, happy 32nd anniversary. Paul,
Ah, so
absolutely,
much
a lot of love for the 32nd
Thank you,
anniversary. Let's make some
Paul.
noise.
Yes. But now that we've, really identified that Antioch is such a unique and hosts a lot of activities and sites to see, let's delve further to the locale itself. What makes the locale so unique? What is so special about the locale of Antioch? We personally, whenever we come down here, it's just, the warm welcome that you feel wherever you go in the Church of Christ. So let's hear it up for the locale. So let's start with Brother Vince. What makes the locale unique to you? Brother Vince. I'm so sorry. Brother Vince.
Son?
Honest mistake.
Son?
If you said Brother John, it would have been either of us.
It would have been both of
Okay,
us.
okay.
Yes, that's right. So, do I? No. Okay. What makes our local congregation unique? Um, we came here, ironically, when I started counting the years, half the time that the church, that the locale is up. So we've been here 16 years.
Wow,
So 16 years. And what I have seen that is unique to the local congregation is the diversity of brethren that are continuing to move here. So as you know, the housing in the Bay Area is pretty difficult to get into, very expensive. And unbeknownst to people, when they discover, Antioch, Oakley, Brentwood, and Pittsburgh are some of the more relatively affordable houses in the Bay Area. So in the recent years, especially after we dedicated the house of worship, we see an influx of brethren coming from the various local congregations in the Bay Area.
Wow.
So you could view our locale as kind of a microcosm of the Bay Area and Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I love
Yeah. I like
that.
that. Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
What a great answer.
Wait, honestly?
And more importantly, is there a housing that I could look into?
Honestly, that's where it's gonna- Oh,
Wow,
let me
real
check out the
estate.
housing
I love
market over
that.
here. Oh, fantastic. Amazing.
you,
You
Paul.
know what? That's what makes Antioch so special. There's so many little tidbits of information, the history, the lore, everything is
Yeah.
just wrapped up into one. And that's what makes
Yes.
it unique, just like exactly what we're looking for, right?
Yes, I love the diversity of the brethren, and I want to hear maybe from our younger brothers, right? Brother Nate, what do you think, Paul? What makes the locale unique in your eyes?
I like to think that our locale is unique in a way because if you see in the bulletin boards, I know probably you can't see it live, but if you're here in the audience, you can see in the bulletin boards we have those hanging pictures on each of them. I like to think that we're like really close, and it's almost
Aw.
like a second family in the church. It's like how it
Aw.
should be, but it's really nice to actually have that because from someone that moved from place to place to locale, it's nice to always have a warm welcome. And Antioch was able to give that big welcome and warm welcome.
Hey, let's give Brother Nate a lot of love. Let's put some love in the chat.
Sister Sina
right.
Ekchan, she echoes what Brother Nate was sharing, that the locale of Antioch is full of amazing and kind and loving, caring people, and we feel that. Love that. Thank you, Paul.
Love you, brother.
Absolutely. Well, how about this, Brother Lawrence? How about you? What makes the local of Antioch unique and special?
I think I'm gonna go off of what one of you said is the diversity of the brethren, right? I think one thing that's really cool is that there's many different brethren here that are very talented and are experts in like
Yes.
different things, right? So if you have a specific interest, you'll find somebody in the locale or a group of people in the locale that share that similar interest. So you could have something to have in common with somebody. Like I know there's a lot of singers and performers in our locale. There's a lot of instrumentalists. We have some dancers like our sister
Wow.
Isa and our brother Zach, right?
Brother Zach.
And then we
Brother
also
Zach.
have a lot of athletes if you're into sports, right? We have some brethren that are very good at bowling. In fact, the last bowling for Unity Games, our locale won, I believe.
Yes.
Let's make some noise.
What a flex! What a flex! I love that.
And then what else? We have a lot of people that like cooking here. If you like, even if you like video games, we have a lot of gamers in our locale.
Okay, absolutely.
But yeah, just boxing. We have a lot of martial artists in our locale actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of our things. I think.
All right, so we got a lot to look forward to in
Yeah.
our upcoming Unity games when we have them. Absolutely, no, it's gonna be great.
You gotta go back to the food though. Let me just say, the brethren that cook in this locale is second to none.
Wow.
Some of our, including our very own sister Vanjie, who is our resident minister's wife, top notch. Like so, when you come to Antioch, you're gonna get fed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Some of our mom sisters here, mga nanays namin, right? They take care of us. They take care of our guests. They take care of the ministers that come. So
Absolutely.
feel
So they
that.
get down in the kitchen. We love that. And so let's make some noise.
We feel
I'm
that.
feeling the love in here.
Wow.
Absolutely. No, I'm
I
feeling a
love
lot of
all
love. You know what?
that.
And speaking of love, we actually have a comment all the way from Nathaniel Nati Vidard. I almost had it. They said, I got married in the Antioch Chapel. He is from the local congregation of Concord.
Aw.
Thank you guys for commenting. And then we have from Sister Michelle, many memories in Antioch, partly growing up there. It greatly shaped my faith. Happy anniversary into the local congregation of Antioch.
Thank you, Bo. Oh, that's
Absolutely.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes, there's so many brethren tuning in, not just from the locale of Antioch, but we want to say I see brethren tuning in from Hercules, from Burlingame, from San
Rizal.
Pablo, from
Shout out.
Rizal, International. Love it. Thank you so much for the support, everyone.
Here
Bo.
we have Brother Justin also tuning in from the Pampanga North in the Philippines. Good morning from Clark View.
Ooh.
Right.
I see Sister Kayla Benito greeting us from Hayward, and she also greets the locale. Happy 32nd anniversary.
All right. And speaking of the 32nd anniversary of the local, right? You know, we're going into that 32nd year, but let's take the time to actually go back and see how far you guys have come, right? But we can, can we go look at the past pictures of the pioneers of the local congregation of Antioch, and as well as the past activities you guys had just had.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry, I don't think I submitted the pictures.
oh, that's okay.
my bad.
That's
my
okay.
bad.
We're gonna paint a picture for
Okay, we'll
our
paint.
viewers here today.
Out of memory.
But you
Out
know,
of memory.
yes. So how does it feel if we could go back on some of the amazing events or memories that you have in the locale, and how does it feel to approach 32 years strong?
Exactly.
Right. Wow.
Wow.
32 years.
Good
By the way,
work.
I turned 32 this year, so that's amazing.
Hey.
Sorry, it's not about me. But let's start with brother Nate. How about you?
Approaching the 32nd anniversary, though I've only been here since like 2017. I feel like the chapel has grown a lot because that was the time when we were renovating the whole chapel. I remember one time, it was only one time that I walked through the main sanctuary when it was getting renovated. It looked completely different. Everything was empty. The floor was literally just concrete and there was dust everywhere. But looking back and seeing how much decoration, how beautiful the chapel is, it always is something to be grateful for and something to be thankful to God that we have been blessed by a beautiful chapel.
Oh, and it is a beautiful chapel. It
I like
is
that.
a beautiful.
That was really beautifully well put.
Yes. How about you, brother Enzo?
So it's memories from Antioch. Is that right?
Yes, memories. And how does it feel to be here at this year?
Oh well, I think it's such a great blessing that our locale has reached 32 years because this is the only locale that I've ever known. Really,
Aww.
because when our family first joined the church, this is the locale that we were in, and I've never transferred to any other locale. So this is really
Wow.
my second home.
Aww.
So,
Oh.
but in terms of memories, there's just too many to count. I think one particular memory was actually recently, which I would say would be the in concert for last year when it was Bay Area and Silicon Valley.
Yes.
Just because I think that was a time where I feel like there was like so many participation from our locale, and throughout the entire year for like however months, we would all, after worship service, we'd all travel together to the rehearsals, we perform, practice together, come back home, and then on the day of that we performed for our 110th anniversary, we felt so blessed and we felt a lot closer together as a locale.
Wow.
Oh, fantastic.
There's really a strong sense of family here. I love
Absolutely.
that.
I feel
We
it too. Yeah,
that.
no, it's a lot of love and a lot of just like overall connection. That's actually what I'm feeling. So shout out to the local congregation of Antioch. You guys shown a lot of love. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
and speaking of family, Sister Isaac Castillo says, I love how Antioch makes you feel so welcome and like a family. And speaking of memories, Kai Jonathan Ibarra shares that he was the first ministerial student
That's right.
of Antioch.
That's
wow.
right. That's right. So I'll share a memory with brother Jonathan. So when we first came to the locale, Brother Jonathan was going into the ministry. And at that time, I was also involved before media was given birth. We were doing our own local video recordings of events. And I was recording and interviewing brethren for the history. And I remembered interviewing Brother Jonathan when he was going through school and what he thought about the experience at the time. And it's really nice to see that from that point to today, now he's a minister. Right, we've seen that history, we've seen his growth, and he was able to come back to the district and he preached here. So that's a wonderful experience.
Full circle.
That's right, especially to the brethren that grew up with him in this local congregation. Isn't that right? Let me hear some noise. All right.
Absolutely. No, that's a lot of love. And that's a great memory to look back on, especially when, somebody you've grown up with and, go and join the ministry and, really help out the church like that. So
Yes.
actually, we're just going to go into a few more comments. We have one from Sister Kathy Abito. My favorite memory of Antioch is the chapel dedication, regards to the choir, and miss everyone. But, all right, shout out to Kathy. And
We
then-
miss you too, Kathy.
and we have one from Alex Lorito. Happy watching to all brethren. Special shout out to the local congregation of Antioch.
Thank you, Paul.
Absolutely. And you know what? We'll have one more. You see one you like, Sister Irish?
Yes. I also want to share that Sister Catherine added that she loves performing with the local congregation of Antioch.
Absolutely. I like
Yes.
that too.
And also, Sister Jasmine Hippolito says, "Thank you, Antioch, for always hosting our district for rehearsals, musical events. Always a warm welcome." I love
Absolutely.
that. And
Yes.
Rodney Bautista adds, "Shout out to Antioch and happy anniversary, 32nd anniversary, everyone. Love you all, po." So much love for Antioch.
So
Love
much
that.
love. And I like how you mentioned, the different activities that Antioch
Yes.
hosts.
Yes, we are wrapping up. And like we said, this show was hopefully the warm welcome that we feel whenever we visit the locale, the brethren, and the activities, of course, here in Bay Area is the same warm feeling that we are, depicting or presenting through this broadcast. We're going to open the floor now for some final shout outs before we wrap up. That was so fast, just like 32 years maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like that.
But let's open the floor for final shout outs. And also, we're going to go into the live audience as well for their greetings. But let's start here with the panel as I give Brother James some time to make his way to the live audience.
All right.
Let's start, Paul, with Brother Vince. Paul.
Well, shout out to the second evangelical worker that was born from this locale. My son, Brother John Luke Pena Serrata, assigned in the local of Tanay in Rizal East in the Philippines.
All right. We said we had some live audience. What's it called? Excuse me.
Shout out.
We get out to our brother right here. Do you have any live shout outs that you'd like to show to the to the world, to the broadcast?
That's right.
To the broadcast.
Bay Area.
Shout out to our family who's watching at home, our kids, Sebastian, Catalina, and Alessandra.
Woo, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. There we go. All right. So go ahead, Paul.
Shout out to our kids who are watching from home, Sebastian, Catalina, and Alessandra.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. If we have any more shout outs coming up for the audience, let's make some noise. All right. How about to our brother right here? Oh, do you have any free shout outs? Excuse me. Do you have any shout outs for the local congregation of Antioch and for you guys' anniversary?
Yes, happy anniversary to locale of Antioch. And shout out to my parents and my sister who was also born and raised here in Antioch as well. Po.
Wow.
All right. Well, can we have one final shout out coming up from the audience? Any volunteers? Any volunteers?
I see a beautiful couple there in the front,
All right.
first left.
Sister Izzy and Brother Zach.
Hello, Brother James. Shout out to the local congregation of Antioch. Happy 32nd anniversary. Shout out to my parents who are currently at home watching this. I hope, Dad, you feel better soon because I know he has a fever. But also shout out to our family in Canada, Greater Toronto, Eastern Ontario district. Thank you.
Yes, there's always a home and a family here in the locale of Antioch. And to our brothers on my right, do you also have your final shout outs, Paul?
I have quite a few. I'd like to shout out my family. They're in the live audience. There's my mom, my dad. There's also my little brother. That's Jacob right there. And then I would also like to shout out my grandparents, my mom and Lola. I'll always keep praying for you as well. And also a little one for a big shout out for my big special best friend. And yeah.
Oh, shock.
Oh, love that. Love
Ooh,
that.
I love that. I love that. Antioch got all the love. Absolutely.
Is it my turn? I'd like to give a big shout out to our resident minister, Brother June Makayan.
Brother Jude!
And then I'd also like to give a shout out to our district minister, Brother Jojo Bayani. And then I'd like to give a shout out to my dad. And then my mom, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah!
Happy advance birthday!
And then my brother, my kuya John Luke, who is a resident worker in the Philippines.
I love that. Wow. Yes, and of course, we have many more activities that not only the locale of Antioch can enjoy, but the entire district altogether in every local congregation. Starting off with we have upcoming this weekend. Let's all unite with our worldwide evangelical mission. Let's continue to share our faith. And also, it is so simple now, of course, with technology. So be there in every local congregation. And finally, the Scanham Radio Seminar. Yes,
All right.
well.
And then we have the
And we're gonna wrap it up, Brother James.
That's fact. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, it's been a great show, and I hope you guys have learned a little bit more about the local congregation of Antioch, the city of Antioch, in the quaint little town, downtown of Rivertown. Is that Rivertown?
Rivertown.
Rivertown. Absolutely.
Rivertown.
Well, we would just like to say the different ways you can tune in to INC Radio and the different media platforms of the church. You can go YouTube at INC Radio DZEM 954. You can go social media on iglesianicristo news and updates on Facebook, and as well as Instagram at INC News and Updates, and on Twitter, INC News _updates.
Yes, and of course, thank you so much to our Bay Area District staff, to our multimedia advisor, Kashan Adam. He's also there in the live chat. We also have our CFO overseer, Alex Laredo. Thank you always for your strong support. And of course, to our Assistant District Supervising Minister, Ruel Del Rosario, and our awesome District Supervising Minister, Jojo Bayani. Thank you.
Absolutely. And all the way from INC Radio, thank you. We would not have this show without Kuya Tech and Brother Manly Andaya, our executive producer. And we would like to also say a special thank you to the church administration, SEPC CEO, CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, and our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. We are here in the local congregation of Antioch. We are signing off. This is INC Radio, San Francisco. Antioch, can we make some noise?
Happy 32nd anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Woo! Thank you, everyone! And happy advanced birthday to your mom!
Happy birthday, Mommy.
Woo! Thank you, Mom!
Happy birthday, Mom.
Antioch!
Antioch! Antioch! Antioch! Antioch! I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next Friday on INC Radio San Francisco.
Woo! Thank you.